Welcome to Out and About on the Recumbents. Let's go. Ride low. Ride recumbent. Good morning. BJ and Joe Hondo out and about on the Recumbents. And we're back out after a couple of days off due to very chilly, windy weather. We probably could have rode yesterday, but just decided that we'd give it another day, which I'm glad we did, because the breeze yesterday was really bitey. We got lucky because they were talking, like 4 inches of snow between Monday night into Tuesday, and luckily we didn't get any. So. But the temperatures dropped fiercely, way down into the 20s. And I'm afraid our gear won't handle 20s. That's, our cold weather gear. You need, you need the really heavy Gore-Tex stuff, and that's way too expensive for our very meager budget. So we kind of had to hide and use the recumbent exercise bike. But yeah, we're coming up on Nevada Avenue, which is a major intersection, and I'll click her off and put it back on once we get across. The first view is showing you the other portion of the Templeton Gap Trail, otherwise known as the T-Gap Trail. Oh yes, very good score. Joe just found us a flashlight. Looks like a good one too. We'll have to see if it's one that takes regular batteries, or one that takes those the fancy batteries. Okay, all right, well, like I said, we gotta wait for traffic now, since we just missed it. We might get it, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Yeah. Let's see, are we gonna? And yes, we did. That's cool. Joe caught it just right. All right. Yeah, we didn't even have to turn off the camera. How cool is that? T-Gap is a an urban trail. There was never a, you know, there's never a railroad. It's always been an urban trail. Which most of our trails here in Colorado Springs are urban trails. We only have, as you guys all know, we only have 3 actual rail trails. You know, stuff that used to be railroads long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. No, just kidding. But yeah, it's kind of a overcasty day. You know, it's real thin high clouds. Sun peeks out every once in a while. It's supposed to clear out a little bit, but our goal today is we're gonna go up, of course we have to bank off and go to the Flintridge bike lane up to Academy Boulevard to up to McDonald's or Starbucks for our iced tea for lunch, or hot tea, whichever we decide. I think today, it's warm enough we could probably do the cold tea. So it's supposed to be, you know, like into the high 50s eventually. Of course, this gray, cloudy stuff will keep it down a little bit, keep the temperature down a bit. Yeah, the T-gap goes right along this giganto drainage canal. It's a real strange one, you know, because it's a natural canal. I don't know how they, I don't know, I mean, I don't know, the canal itself might have been man-made, but you know, there's no concrete in it. It's all, you know, natural ground, where most of the drainage canals, you know, are cement here in Colorado Springs. And, howdy. But yeah, our last ride did not turn out well. That's why there was no video. We actually, well, we were told that the construction going up Cheyenne Boulevard on the bike trail and stuff was supposed to be done by November 1st. Well, I believe it was the 18th when we actually did try to do the ride, and no, it was just as messed up as it was the last time we tried to get up there. So, you know, we had to go play with traffic, as we call it, which we don't like to do. But they've got our normal way to get over there in construction at the moment. Basically, they're putting in a new you know, a new bike and walking lane or path through the intersection of I-25 and Tejon. And when they get it done, I mean, it will be better. But the side to get to, you know, to head there is, it's not finished yet. So we went the long way, which is we had to fight our way up 8th Street, and we had to start by using just a regular sidewalk till the striped 8th Street bike lane finally shows up. And so we, you know, we got on there and started heading up, and of course, more construction. So we had to get out and really play with the cars. Luckily, it wasn't too long, and that particular road does have, well, not, yeah, it doesn't actually, because they blocked off one lane, so it's only a 2-lane on each side. So yeah, so like I said, we had to play in traffic. But you know, and then we got down there and found out that, you know, Cheyenne Boulevard bike lane's still all blocked off because in the construction. So we wormed our way through the construction and managed to get up to the Sacred Grounds Cafe, just to find out they're closed on Mondays. Yeah, so all that effort and all that fighting and fudge and fussing to get up there didn't do us a bit of good. So we headed up the canyon, because that turns into North Cheyenne Canyon, and you go into North Cheyenne Canyon City Park. But at the foot of North Cheyenne Canyon City Park is a place called the Starsmore Center, and real nice. You know, it's one of those what do they call, like, interpretive centers. You know, it tells you about, you know, the area of the Cheyenne Canyon, and, you know, the trails, the wildlife, you know, all that cool stuff. And so we headed up there so we could use the restroom. We always drop off $1 or $2 into their donation thing, because it is really, you know, it's a nice little place. So we like to keep it there, you know. But guess what? They're closed on Mondays. So we were getting ready to head back down, and a real nice lady hiker told Joe that there was actually another restroom in one of the off-street parking areas that weren't too far away. So we headed up that way, but then we found out we couldn't get there from here, as I like to say, because the snow had blocked it all off. And we finally found a way to get there, and yes, yay, the facilities were open. So then we headed back down, and you know, had to fight through the construction and go play with the traffic again, and got on our little back road and whipped over to Panera Bread in the Southgate Shopping Center. And then we decided to try our luck, and we found out that the new the new path at Tejon and I-25 is actually completed if you're going back. Basically, if you're going north, it's completed. So that made our return trip a little easier. But yeah, we're back at I guess these guys like to use this park here for training purposes. Pretty cool. Big old ladder truck. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. So yeah, but what we're going to do is we're going to go up the, I will call it the right leg of the Templeton Gap Trail, which I guess actually once you get so far, once you cross over the bridge, turns into oh, what do you call, what's the name of that road? Oh, now I can't think of the name of the road. Oh, it turns into the Austin Bluffs Trail because it's going along Austin Bluffs. I got a whole bunch of rocks here. You always wonder where these little piles of rocks come from, you know, because there's no rocks around here. Okay, so we're now on the old asphalt section of the T-Gap Trail. As you noticed, all our trails have at least 1 or 2 sections of old asphalt with large cracks all the way across them. That's that crazy drainage ditch. it doesn't seem very deep, but the water flow part is usually just in that smaller area over there where there's some ice. But, you know, if we get like a heavy rain, of course, well, the whole thing will turn into a raging, you know, raging river. But we're going to, like I said, we're going to head up that way. And if you've watched our videos before, you know that there's a place just before Austin Bluffs Parkway on the trail where the road splits, and usually we go, most of the time we just head straight and we go down into the drainage canal, because the trail's actually, I mean the cement path is actually down there. But today we're going to go the other way and go over the drainage canal and then go as far as we can before it dead ends. But both of those, both of the outlets for the Templeton Gap Trail going, I guess you call this east at the moment, but then kind of more like northeast. They both dead end. Howdy. They have a place that, you know, that's as far as you can go. And get a little bit of Joe back there. Plus the scenery is really much nicer that way. Yeah, sometimes when you hear kind of a rubbing sound, that's just me trying to spin the, I'm gonna let Joe go ahead of me. Kind of got to get myself set up here because we're gonna go through the tunnel, and I let Joe go down first so I don't run her over. Okay, so here we go. Yeehaw! All right, and boogie time. Ole, 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 ole. Yeah, see how fast I'm catching up to her? That's one thing about this particular trike. I don't know why, but it just seems a lot faster than Joe. Oh man, now I'm stuck. Oh, she slowed me down too much. Crud. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, I can't get enough boost to get. Come on. Nope. There's just too much angle. I'm gonna have to go down. This is gonna be kind of hard to do. Yeah, I bet you never realized the trike goes backwards so well. Yeah, she slowed me down. Well, I can't quite make the corner like she can, so I kind of have to find a particular place to go around, and she got right in my way. There we go. Now I got enough. You had to get rid of all this heavy angle here. I mean, you know, it's not her fault. It's just, we just happened to meet up at the wrong place, that's all. And I have to be real careful because, you know, I put it in level 3 to, you know, get myself up that incline. But I have to hit the turn in a particular space, because if I don't do the turn right, well, I go off the side, and I have no interest in doing that. You know, it's like they say, I'm not afraid of pain. It's just not me. Yeah, this is why they call this area the Austin Bluffs, as you can see. Of course, it's a little hard to see because of all these trees down here. So, but yeah, this whole area has these rocky bluffs. So the whole area is called Austin Bluffs, named after a rancher that originally owned the land from Texas. Where else would a rancher come from? But yeah. Well, you know, even though it's you know, kind of got the high thin clouds, it's not a bad day. It's not cold. It's a little chilly. You definitely want to have, you know, more than just, you know, a short sleeve shirt and shorts on. We've got our windbreakers, and then a jersey, and then we have a long sleeve wicking type t-shirt underneath that, and then we're both wearing our full you know, what we call the leggings, because they cover you fully. It's not leg warmers, it's the tights. I guess that's the official name, is bike tights. We're in the bike tights. Our bike tights are a little thicker, which makes it a little warmer. And so for this kind of temp, it's just about right. Howdy. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting part of this trail right here, because, you know, just over the little hill there is a, you know, an 8-lane or maybe 6-lane, you know, a 6-lane major roadway, you know, and except for the car noise, you wouldn't even know it was there till you get up a little further and you can start seeing buildings and stuff, you know. But yeah, just that spot there, you know, it's kind of cool because it just kind of makes things disappear. Hey, Joe, I want to go all the way to the end, and then we'll turn around and come back to the Flintridge. This way is not quite as long as the other way. But yeah. So like I said, trying to get up to the sacred grounds to find out they're closed was a real bummer. Howdy. And so we were just so frustrated with the day. We didn't record, we didn't take any pictures, we didn't do anything. So I put it on the blog. We do have a blog, you know, a written blog, you know, with photos and videos, and it, just like our YouTube site, is called Out and About on the Recumbents. If it's a blogspot.com. So basically, it's a little weird because it's HTTP, not HTTPS, but HTTP, and then, you know, the colon / and then it's BJ and Joe, and then dot, and then it's blogspot.com. Yeah, I see it. We're gonna pull over and let the ranger by here. Tell him to come on, Joe. We're in no hurry. They got a job to do. And these are our rangers. Howdy. Now, sometimes they have sometimes they're in their official vehicles. They're SUVs, and they say Ranger right on the side. But sometimes they're just in city trucks. So basically, they check the condition of the trail. You know, they look for you know, homeless camps and stuff like that, and if they find, you know, they try to help the homeless people find a better place, but sometimes they don't want to find a better place. So, you know, there's only so much they can do, because I don't think they have arresting powers. I think they have detaining powers, kind of like I had as a security policeman in the Air Force. Even in the civilian world, if it was a military person, I could detain them, but I could not arrest them. Okay, so we're going up. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, this is the fork in the road, literally. And instead of going under and riding through part of the ditch, or the drainage canal, because it actually is canal, it's really too big to be a ditch, we're going to go over it. And that over there, of course, is Austin Bluffs Parkway, which is another 6-lane monstrosity going north and south. Okay, so we got a couple of really steep short hills here. So we're gonna jam it up to 3 here on the E-assist, kind of help us out. But sadly, like I said, it only goes so far, and then you run into a street, and there's just a normal single wide sidewalk on the other side. So that's where we'll stop and turn around, and we'll be heading back for the Flintridge bridge part. I'm gonna let Joe go up a little bit, because like I said, I just run her over. It's funny, you know, like we talked about, you know, the difference between our systems, because she has a rear wheel hub and E-assist, and I have a inline, you know, E-assist. And on some of the flats, hers, you know, her steps, her levels are actually stronger than mine. But when you get into the, you know, the angles, you know, and you start getting that incline, oh, my system just kicks her butt. See, I'm catching up to her already. She should have gone to 4 and not 3. Yeah, to get up the inclines, this is the Palmer Park trail system. This is all Palmer Park over here. The only bad thing about it is it's really, you know, it's really only good for, you know, like mountain bikes and maybe even gravel bikes, you know. But it's no good for recumbent trikes, even fat tire, because the trails are too thin. You know, they're mostly single track. Got a little careful here. As you can see, it doesn't get much sun over here, so there's still a lot of snow, a whole lot of snow. But yeah, Palmer Park is a huge park. I mean, it's huge. It covers, you know, maybe, I bet it covers a good 100+ acres. And it's a shame they only have one road. Literally, they have one paved road where you could go through the park. But you can't, as we've said before, you can't get there from here. We thought you could. We took the back street up here and hoping we could find a connection. Never found a connection. About the only trail that you might be able to ride on a fat tire or an off-road trike is the Greencrest Trail. And they actually have an opening for that over here. But, you know, it's still going to be rough and pretty thin in places, but you could probably get by, you know, or if you had like a Zub Tie Fly X or a Stein Trike, a wild one or something like that, you could probably do that particular trail. Yeah, and sadly, the end of the trail is coming up. Now, you can jump on the single-sided side, you know, the single-person sidewalk, and ride that up to Academy Boulevard if you, you know, because there's, you know, there's lots of restaurants and stuff like there up on Academy Boulevard and Austin Bluffs here. Okay, so the name of this street is Brenner, B-R-E-N-N-E-R Place, and this is where it ends. This is where the trail itself ends. So now we just have to do our turnaround. We're gonna turn around, Joe. Just wherever you can. You can go ahead. Tell them to come on. Let this one go too. Okay, let's go up a little bit. We can probably find a place to turn. Yeah, I think the road's a little wider. Yeah, here we go. Road's a little wider up here than it is in the intersection, so. And Joe's will turn a lot faster than mine will, so. All right, so like I said, we are on the Austin Bluffs Parkway here. And see right here, it says this is the Austin Bluff Trail. So I guess once you come to this side, it's not the T-gap anymore. I guess a T-gap is where you stay straight and go down, you know, down through the canal. And once you start coming this way, I guess it turns into the Austin Bluffs Trail. It's not much of a trail. It's pretty lightweight, yeah. Like I said, that's all Palmer Park over there where the trees are. And we're coming up on the sign for the Greencrest Trail. Like I said, if you had a Tie Fly X or a Stein Trike Wild One or a Terra Trike Terrain, or, you know, any of the fat tires, of course, you could probably do this trail when it isn't covered in snow. Yeah, that's the Palmer Trail System, and this is the Greencrest Trail right here. But I don't know, man. It's still going to be rough. So yeah, that's usually, you know, what we do is we go because Joe's a type 2 diabetic, and she can't go too long without getting some, you know, some kind of food in her. We usually, if we're going the other way, the other leg of the trail, we usually go ahead and go up to cross over the little bridge and pick up the Flintridge Road bike lane up to Academy Boulevard, either up to McDonald's or Starbucks, and then we you know, have our lunch, and then we finish. But this leg is so much shorter that just decided I wanted to try to do the now we got to go back up these sharp, steep little hills here. Yeah, this is not smooth concrete. That's because it gets graded a lot. There's a good view down into the valley there. Pretty good view of Pikes Peak. Okay, well, you know what? I'm wrong. Okay, no, yeah, this is to the Point Trail. Yeah, I don't know what kind of trail that is, but I don't think it's the kind of trail that you could take a trike on, but you never know. When I was younger, I did a bit of mountain biking back at Palmer Park. Even then, though, a lot of the trails were, you know, well over my skill level. You know, some of them are what they, you know, they do them like ski ones, you know, it's like a double black diamond, you know. It's got all kinds of wicked stuff in it, you know, rock gardens and big drops, and, you know, sometimes you have to kind of do a jump off a boulder, and I was never that brave. The idea of broken bones just never really appealed to me, so I always took the kind of the lighter trails, and they do have some that aren't too bad. Just have to pick your way and be careful. So like I said, yeah, so now we're heading back over the drainage canal, and we're gonna head back down and pick up the bridge, and then pick up Flintridge. So I'm probably gonna turn her off once we get to the bridge, because you guys have seen Flintridge a lot. This does have a real good view of the foothills. Oh, you're a little maintenance here. No, go straight, go straight. Going the wrong way, dear. Thank you, sorry about that. Have a good one. Sorry. Now we're gonna go ahead and go up to Flintridge, because it's 11 o'clock, so get some food into you. You're right, I screwed up. I forgot we do have to go back that way a little bit to get to the Flintridge bridge. So Joe's right, I'm wrong. I should always listen to my wife. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking, you know, it was down here, but it's not. It's actually up there. Okay, back up, back up. Hard to back uphill. And of course, these trails are not the 12-foot wide version. I think they're more like the 10s. So we kind of have to do a little backup routine. All right, yeah, I blew it. That was my fault. So now we got to pass this guy again. He's gonna think we're crazy. We are, but that's okay. I don't know why he's even bothering doing what he's doing, but okay, we gotta scoot by again here. Let's scoot by while he's... We went the wrong way, sorry. Have a good one. Thank you. Okay. Oh no, that he actually is. He is a park ranger. So I guess they do some cleanup too on top of all their other things. I didn't realize they did much of the cleanup, but I guess so. I can see it says park ranger on the back there. Usually, you know, it says something on the side, but it doesn't here. There's a gentleman walking across the bridge up there. That's where we went. Now we're going down into the ditch, or the drainage canal. It's much too large to be a ditch. And sadly, it's full of garbage, you know. I mean, you know, they got shopping carts. And shopping carts, man, I feel sorry for shopping carts. I hope if I get reincarnated into something inanimate, it's not a shopping cart. I mean, you know, they leave shopping carts everywhere. Now, if you wanted to get over to Woodman, Union over here, you take this little tunnel over there, and that'd take you over to Union Boulevard. But we're gonna go up the hill here. Oh, I got me a hitchhiker. Give me a branch I gotta get rid of, a weed or something. Okay, I got rid of it on that bump. So we're gonna cross this little bridge here over the canal, and this will put us on the Flintridge bike lane. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down here, and we will get back to you. Bye for now. Okay, well, we're back, and we're coming off the Templeton Gap Trail. Just came back under the tunnel, and now we're gonna go down this little access path here on next to Union Boulevard. And we're just kind of heading a different way. We'll go past Nancy Lewis City Park, which is our favorite little city park, but we probably won't stop there. It's a bit too soon, excuse me, after having lunch for the afternoon snack, so we'll probably just wander down Shook's. Don't have a whole lot left in my camera anyway. Got about 35 minutes. 40% battery too, so they'll probably go down just about the same time. Like I said, we jump off on Templeton Gap Road, so we just got off the Templeton Gap Trail, and now we're on Templeton Gap Road. This is the dead end of it, because the road going the other way is Hollyhock, but this is just a back street. That doesn't usually have a lot of traffic, so it makes a good place to, you know, just kind of get over to, we're getting over to the Templeton Gap Road bike lane. Once you get across Fillmore Street, they actually have a bike lane. I don't know why they don't put one on this side. Plenty of room. I guess they figure, you know, basically the Templeton Gap dead ends into Union there. Now, I'm sure once you get to the other side if you got to the other side of Union, there's probably a place where Templeton Gap starts up again. But yeah, this is not exactly scenic, but I'm sorry, Roy, all of a sudden I got the yawns badly. But yeah, Fillmore Street's a pretty major street here. So we're going to try to get over as far as we can so the cars can turn, at least the smaller cars can be able to turn. And once we get to the other side there, we'll actually have a bike lane. So, but yeah, you know, I mean, sometimes you can't always be, always have a trail, you know. I wish you could, but sometimes you can't. We didn't want to go back the same way that we came up. So we'll probably go down here and hook up with either Shook's Run, or we'll hook up with the Rock Island. Head south. Oh, pardon me, I don't know, boy. Body got lazy. It got a little workout, and then, decided to eat lunch. Oh, it wants to go to sleep. Oh, these damn bumps. Oh. Yeah, now we'll get across here and pick up the bike lane. Nancy Lewis Park over there. Yeah, the only problem with this particular part of the road is that they use that when they repave it, they use that pebbly stuff, and makes for a rather rough road surface. Well, not rough so much as just kind of bouncy, a little bouncy, I guess it could still be rough, but it's not like super rough or anything. Oh yeah. Had to gear up a couple of gears because this kind of goes slightly downhill. Flat to slightly downhill. So we'll take this down to, if we don't pick up the Rock Island, we'll take this down to Fontenero. And then we'll pick up Shook's Run Trail. Get through this light here. Yeah, Joe's right behind me, so. Joe, come over here. Okay, so do we go down here and pick up Shook's, or do we pick up the Rock Island and head that way? Okay. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and go down the bike lane here for as long as we can. It does eventually end. Just a couple of blocks up from Fontanero, where we can pick up the Fontanero Street bike lane. So we're just going to go from one bike lane to the next. But yeah, thanks for coming along for the ride. And the main portion, you know, is already done. This is just kind of the extra. Wanted to go ahead and use what video I had left. But yeah, you know how it goes. You know, sometimes you just have to kick back and enjoy the ride, no matter what surface you're on, even if you have to play with traffic sometimes. And as always, you know, it's enough to be on your way. It's enough just to cover ground. It's enough to be moving on. And that's what we're doing. We be moving on. And being this time of year, you know, it's just the more easy rides. Just trying to get in, you know, some, you know, get some fresh air, get a little bit of exercise. And here's a spot where the trail runs out, and then we have to do the share the road thing, which the cars never pay any attention to. We got the Shero sign, you know, but we only have like a block, get down here to the lights, and that's Fontanero, and we can get on the trail, or not on the trail, but on the bike lane. And then we'll jump on to Shook's Run, go down to Shook's. Not sure where we're going to end up on that, but we'll get there. This is a no turn on red, so we kind of have to wait. All right, so now we're on the Fontanero Street bike lane. It's kind of faded out here, though. They really need to repaint this. They really do. I don't know why these cars think they gotta go so slow. If they stay out of the damn bike lane, I swear, man, people are dumb. You know, it's a marked bike lane. The guy's got to travel down it, you know. It's like, if you just go in your lane, you could just go straight and you could pass us. Like I said, people are weird. We'll go down here a little ways and pick up Shook's. Yeah, you guys get to see a lot of Shook's Run, but it's just because that's a trail that kind of heads downtown. So, you know, it makes it so it gets a lot of use. Plus, too, you know, the neighborhood meeting house is down there, and that's kind of one of our favorite little places. Now we're down in our end of town. We live in the old North End, and this is kind of the furthest east of the old north end. And I gotta let all this traffic go by so we can turn onto Shooks. Okay. Alright. I think we got everybody by here. We're gonna turn. Get on the Shooks here. Okay. Alright, so now we're at least off the bike lanes. Yeah, we'll probably wander down this way and at least for a little while, maybe turn up Pikes Peak and maybe use Pikes Peak and get all the way over to the Mesa Springs or something like that. Head back and stop at the park and yeah, these trail, you know, the cracks that go the whole length of the older asphalt sections of these trails, they are rough. I mean, they are rough. Good looking Subaru. I don't know what it is. Yeah, there's not much you can do, you know. I mean, it would be nice one day when they get all these old sections replaced with concrete, but you know, it all costs money. And you know, they got to be fair to other trails in other parts of the city too. There are, you know, there's several trails like way up north in Colorado Springs that, you know, we've never actually been on because we just have no reason to go up there. Plus two, there's no way for us to get to those trails unless we had a car and, you know, we could transport the trikes to where we could just pop off somewhere and then hit it. Okay, gotta get going here. It's just weird ones here where you have to cross streets and stuff to be able to get, you know, to continue on the trail. Okay, bump. Alright. But yeah, after being, you know, being stuck in the apartment for a couple of days, it's really nice to get out and ride. Although it is still a bit chilly today, you can kind of really feel it. At this time of year too is really strange because, you know, the temperature just as the temperature starts, you know, as it starts to head towards afternoon, like right now it's 12:30 Mountain Standard Time, and as it does, you know, it gets cooler a lot faster in the afternoon, you know, than it used to. So you kind of have to get used to the fact that it gets colder faster. Yeah, we're right down here at the Good Neighbors Meeting House. Hello. And it's right on Shooks Run Trail. But like I said, it's a little too close to lunchtime for us to be stopping here. So we'll just continue on Church Run here. And like I said, we end up on Church Run a lot just because it happens to be an easy way to get towards downtown and kind of add some, I just add a little extra, you know, to our ride. I mean, you know, this time of year you don't get started as early, although we got started earlier today than we have been, so we did a pretty good job today. We can go see if they've got anything more done down here as far as getting the lights in and everything. Yeah, it's amazing how, you know, it's a good thing that these folks had their dogs on leashes, because that dog really wanted to, I mean, you know, it could be a very friendly dog, you know, and just want to say hi, you know, but it might not be a friendly dog. And like I said, the Church Run is part of the Legacy Loop, as they call it. And don't know when the Legacy Loop will ever get finished. It was originally supposed to be a trail that went completely around, you know, the city of Colorado Springs, you know, the city itself. But of course now it can't do that. Now it's just kind of like the downtown and oh, you know, the older neighborhood area. Yeah, looks like they got some, looks like they might have poured some concrete here, because they got that all blocked off. Maybe they haven't done the concrete yet, but that's where the intersection or the crossing is going to be. They got the lights up there and everything, so they're getting there. And they've got the trail, the new extension, concrete's all the way done, like we were talking about last time. So that's good. I gotta let Joe go by here. Go ahead and go by, Joe. You can get the light. Because with this camera in my hand, I can't do it. I can barely get my trike to go where it needs to go. Of course, never fails. We get here just as the light turns. Got a very unhappy dog behind us. Barking, barking, barking. But, yeah, well, it looks like our weather's going to be good enough to get a couple more rides in before Thanksgiving, although the temperature's going to be slowly going down. So I don't think we'll be riding on Thanksgiving itself. So, I hope you guys have a real good Thanksgiving. If you're traveling someplace, be careful out there. You know how it is, you know. People go nuts when they're trying to get home for a holiday. Yeah, we're just probably ain't got too much time left. It says here that I got about 22 minutes, but I don't have that much battery. We should be able to go here fairly quickly, so I gotta get my trike down in the go spot. Yeah, but all right, here we go. we're just gonna go over on the street here, stay off that single wide sidewalk. But hopefully in the next, you know, month or so, they'll have that new crossing up and working 100%. That'd be great. There's the concrete. That makes the so you can cross over to here on the other side of the street and re-pick up the trail. But that'll be much better than having to go out in the street or use that single-sided sidewalk. Well, I think once I get up on the bridge here, I'm gonna do a 360 for you guys, and then I think I'll go ahead and end the video. So till we see you again next time, happy trails, happy Thanksgiving, have a real good the whole holiday season. If you can, get out there and ride a little bit. As we all know, you know, it's getting chilly this time of year. This is when you want to live in Florida. You know, or Tucson, Arizona, or something like that, you know. Of course, most of us aren't rich enough to be able to do both places. Some folks can. We got a gentleman that's in our local network, Recumbent Network, Will and his wife Vicky, and they do their summers here in Colorado and then do their winters in Florida, which would be the smart way to do it. But yeah, so till we see you next time, all the best. Happy trails. Bye.